Hello, everyone. Just want to reply to a couple things, I guess. One, to Donna, the reply, I really wasn't offended. I just don't want, that's not my intention. And sometimes when I speak, my intention isn't to offend or hurt anyone with anything I would say. It's just, when I have spoken softly and, really just tried to speak out of love and just let it flow, I have, the world comes against you. And, it stopped me for months. And actually, when I first began a few years ago, and then there was certain ones that would come at me and I would say right things and they still couldn't hear. And it was just so frustrating. And so I just did not know how. And that's what stopped me so long all this time, is not knowing how to put the words out. And, I now through, all this work that's been done in me, now I understand I'm not going to please everyone. I can only put it out, let it come from the heart is the only thing you can really do. That's the only right way to do it. It's when you withhold. It's when you refrain. And you have to be made, prepared to be able to put much of it out, because so much is so contrary. It's all contrary to what the world has been indoctrinated. And, and I get overwhelmed because, for one, I got so much going on in my life. I haven't shared what's going on with my son. And I know that's a part of, it's a part of my journey, what's going on with him. And it's just, I have had so much in my life that's against me right now. Everything just coming on me, and it don't steal my joy, because I know what I know, and so I know I'll get through all these things. It's just there's a lot of hindrance, and how I couldn't help my son. How you can have all this life in you and not even be able, because I wasn't prepared when he began going through it. And now he's in this dark place, and I can't help him but I know he'll be okay. So you got to understand that give or take. I mean, to come make videos, I'm blocking it all out, because I know it will work out, but that's just another thing. What's happening with my son is really, but I know he's being prepared for whatever he's going to do. And I haven't shared these things with anyone. But forgive me. It's just, when it comes to how I've withheld, even when I was ready to say many things, I didn't know how to put it out. And that's quenching the spirit. And that's what I've done for so long. And I guess, I bet, the world, I was hardened in this world. And now I guess there's still a part of me that don't want to let that guard down, because the world's a hurtful, those of the world are hurtful. That's why I speak, sometimes strongly. It's to those. It's like, don't even think about coming to my channel and offending the people on my channel. It's like in my voice I warn them, don't mess with me. Instead of them coming to my channel to say fearful things or to rebuke right words, I kind of, let it be known in my voice, I'm not going to let you do it. Not here. You're not going to do it. And when I want to explain what I said about the world not hearing, there's much, through these years, and the 2 years that I have endured I didn't cast the Bible aside. because this is my journey. There's certain things that, I was driven to continue and endure. And beneath that letter, where I've been for 2 years studying daily, all day, until I have to go to work, I'm in the Greek, and I've heard so much. And it's not what came through the letter, but there is a message for us below the letter in the Greek. It's in the spirit. It's not only the things we know in spirit that we each have to. It's not the things that we learn. It's not each of our journeys that the heaven opens within us. There is an actual message written. It's so hard to explain, because I know that maybe some has heard pieces of it, but I have sit here for these 2 years daily, just reading it from beginning, hearing it's more like a whole a foretelling of all things. It tells you everything is beneath it, and it's just amazing. But until I've heard it all, and I can't explain, because people say I'm not still in the book. What it is showing me the things beneath, because of what the world speaks concerning the parable and the letter they don't understand. It's not only the true meaning of all these things. It speaks, there's a whole foretelling beneath the letter, and I can't, and unless one has sit here 2 years taking it all in, they can't understand what I've heard beneath the letter. A message for those who will go and hear it. And it's just telling everything that you know, but I know there's more in it. It tells even, things to be. It tells all things are written beneath it. And but the thing about just as, when I say just as, they couldn't hear. It's written, the world cannot hear. It's even it's the same today. Today, what's happening with us, the world can't hear. Where am I going? So it's what they think that is written in that parable. It's how that parable, which it's all a parable, all of the written letter. It's written in a parable. That's how it was given to the world. And that's how it's written in the book. The same way it was given to the world is how it's presented in the book. But beneath, and that's how I know how awesome and how amazing the book is, because I didn't, when I first understood, when I first had the revelation, that first year and a half, I almost put the book aside. And and I did, because I wasn't in the book the whole time I was having the revelation. It was when I picked it back up, and that's when I was taken, I would see the error in it, because of what had been done in me. I knew what wasn't right in the letter. And, so then I went through the thing, put the book off, but I didn't. Something just kept me and took me beneath to see the message beneath the letter. So, because I was casting off, is it just a man-made book, and they just err? No, because how it is made and how, well, I guess it's not really the book then, because I go to the lexicon. It's where I, go to the lexicon. The written letter is just the world, what the world hears. And that's how all the religion, because what was truly spoken never came through. There was things in there that was speaking of another day, yet they made it as if it was that day. And it's all in there, if you will look. And I just don't know how these things have to be finished to me, why I've seen, And I don't know who all has seen this depth of the letter. And it even speaks to that in the parable. Those who have not heard the depths of Satan as they speak. But men don't understand what any of these things mean. Just, what is the depths of Satan? Because they have an image of Satan. They, all this is all an image. Everything outer is just an image. But when you have been, when you have the eyes of spirit, and to go to that lexicon and actually see the message that was presented beneath, that was presented to those who could hear. And even though you hear, it's a separate between what I hear in spirit, because what I have learned through revelation, to go and now be able to, by the eyes that's given to me, to look into the old text, the Gnostic text, all these, and see that the truth was always there. It's just through that, and so many things I could not speak because certain, different brethren, there's, I try not to concern myself about, how do you, it's so hard to know how to put it. You just try to present the meaning of the gospel. But the thing is, you're presenting it with, if they have these certain things engraved in their hearts, they can't receive, the true message, because they're seeing it through darkened eyes. They're seeing it through carnal things that, that never was. And when you just have to be, I know I'm not fully prepared to show all that's been given to me to see. And it's concerning the parable and what's been done with the letter and the book, and what man thinks these things mean is not it. And they think, if you go outside of that way of thinking, that you're they're offending God, and it's like, no, because that was never, all these things was never the truth. No lies of the truth. And if the parable presented, that was that the world can't see, that was the lie that the world would believe. Because this, and it was a lie because they did not understand the true meaning. And I hope so. I don't know if any of that made sense. That's why I try to just, to more just tell my experience, and what I've learned through things, and and as truth is spoken, I know in each, what I've seen and what anyone has seen, no one can make another see. These saying the word has to work, that spirit has to work in each of them to purge out, make them see, once they start seeing the things in spirit, then this carnal idea and perception will be purged out of them, just like it was in us. And I hope something made sense. I just, that's what happens with me. I get so many things that I want to say, and right then, but I put it off because I have to do this, or I watch, or I, continue replying to comments, and then I just get so overwhelmed with everything that I've heard in my comments, and I just get too much in me at once, and it just, what did Donna call it? Pinching of the pineal gland. So I hope in the morning that I want to, what I did, there was a couple of videos I was wanting to make, and another thing that Donna had said, because to purge off, like layers of skin, I need to purge this channel. And, it's just, I have so many, like Donna, I hadn't seen you in 2 years because you was lost in all this, all my subs, and there's so many I haven't seen, so I need to start over and just try to, because most every channel that I have subbed to, that was, they're still the ones that from when I originally started coming on, and when I was still learning. And most of them are just so much crud being spoken on all these channels. So maybe I can finally do that tomorrow. Just purge myself of this old channel. And maybe, how do you do that? Do you go and re-up some of your videos, or just start fresh? And I mean, I've never purged myself of a channel. But I've been saying it for a long time. It's just not as easy to work on a tablet as it is the desktop. And I have a desktop in there in my son's room that it's brand new, hasn't ever been used, set up. I think I need to take it out so I can have it here at home and work from it. But anyway, tomorrow I want to share a part of my experience. The vision I saw and what it meant. It was the revealing, when I looked face to face with the one with the white hair, and I've told it in my story, my strange visitation video. But I now understand what I saw in part, and what, it was showing me things concerning my life, and how that it was to be purged. But I'm going to share tomorrow, because and I am, I've withheld so much, not wanting to offend, because that, not wanting to offend those who have been raised with their beliefs, and that's why I haven't spoken, is because I don't want to offend. But why I speak sternly sometimes and strongly is because those who don't care, it's like they turn it off. Those who are only worried about their channel and their views, and because they've been on here years preaching and teaching as if they're prophets and teachers. So now, with myself and others coming out showing these other things, we are an offense to them, because they don't want to lose, their glory that they've made for themselves on their channel with their viewers. I don't know what I'm saying. I hope something made sense, but it's like when you speak from where we are now, in knowing, if we do offend with word, it's not intentionally, because we speak because we want them to be set free from the bindings, so that they can truly know and truly grow, and be set free from all these teachers and what the world has done to their minds and their hearts. And we speak because the life we know, we want them to know also. So if our words offend, it is done in love. That makes sense. Anyway, like I said, I've just kept so much in so long that I feel so expedient to say so many things, and that's what keeps me so wrapped up, and I just have to put little by little. I might do that video tomorrow on this channel, and I need to be purged from this channel. It's a new day. It's time to be fresh, to be renewed. So that's what I'm going to do, and I do love you all, and many blessings. I hope to talk to some of you soon. Bye for now.